grocery store is coming to historic West Las Vegas.
The last store in the area closed 4 years ago. Now a new one is going in near H&O Owens, but it's not exactly what some residents wanted. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Melissa Dudon is live at the Edmond Town Center with the story. Melissa.
Well, Gary, the last grocery store that was here was Vaughn's that closed in 2004. Now, Buy Low Market out of California will be subleasing this property and will open up their own grocery store. But West Las Vegas residents have their doubts, saying they weren't giving any say in the matter and don't know if this Buy Low Market is any good. The city of Las Vegas did play a role in getting Buy Low Market to come to Nevada, including offering them financial incentives to open up shop. The store will get up to $200,000 to buy some new equipment and to make yearly improvements. Councilman Ricky Barlow, who was a key player in getting this deal through, says area residents now have convenience just a couple of blocks away rather than several miles. But some Valley residents aren't as happy as expected, saying they had hopes of getting a bigger grocery chain out here instead of one they never heard of.
It feels as though this is shoved down our throat. You know, this is it. This is what it's going to be, and that's all that is to it. You know, but like he was saying, they're supposed to work for the community. Well, the community didn't have a say-so in this. This was something that just popped up.
Now, for the last 4 years, residents have been pushing to get a major grocery chain to open up on some city land in this area. There were talks about a Food for Less opening up, but that deal fell through. For now, residents we talked to say they can only hope the new grocery store is everything that they wanted. Now, Eyewitness News did talk to Councilman Barlow today, who says he was very vocal with the residents and communicating with them about this store opening up. Gary?
Melissa, how about jobs? Is there going to be a lot of new jobs with this new store?
Most definitely. We talked to Buy Low Markets. They say they're expecting to hire up to 150 employees from this area. So definitely good news. The store is expected to open up late this year. Gary?
All right, Melissa, thank you very much.
Charles Barkley has paid his gambling debt to Wynn Las Vegas. The former NBA player owed the Wynn $400,000 for gambling markers loaned to him last October. Barkley apologized for letting the debt go unpaid. He says the whole thing has moved him to give up gambling.
I'm not going to gamble anymore.
You're not?
I'm not going to gamble anymore. Just because I can afford to lose money don't mean I should do it.
Barkley said he gambles once every 2 or 3 weeks and that he doesn't think he'll need help to stop his habit.
Health warnings have been issued because of a fire burning in the Florida Everglades. Smoke and fog advisories have been issued, warnings that children, the elderly, and people with breathing problems should stay indoors. The fire in the Everglades has burned nearly 36,000 acres. So far, it's only about 30% contained. Officials hope humidity in the area will keep that fire from spreading any further. Boy, they're about as dry as we are down there.
Yeah, it's true. And we have a fire weather watch to talk about as well, because our wind is picking up and it's dry. And it'll get windier from this point on, so be ready. The wind will offer a change, though, that I think we all want.
I'm ready for that.
We do.
Yeah, we do. All right, so here's a look outside from our stratosphere camera. Clouds have moved into the valley today. That's the beginning of the change that's to come. So there you see a few clouds from the stratosphere camera. This camera's not shaking, but later on tonight, I'm sure it will be. Also, throughout the day tomorrow, we are talking about some serious wind, so there's advisories to go along with that as well. Let's show you some neighborhoods now. Take you outside. Judy and John, Goolsby Elementary School. This takes us back 8 hours, and notice how the clouds, more and more clouds, start to move in throughout the day. That's the storm getting ready to move into the valley. This is out ahead of the system itself. These clouds are low clouds, and they mean business. West Desert Inn, current condition here, 94 degrees. High temperature, mid-90s. Here's the wind out of the southwest, 23 miles per hour. A gust not that long ago of 38 miles per hour. Humidity here, just 5%, so it's dry and it's hot. Numbers outside the valley looking like this, inside the valley actually. Mountain Vista 100 degrees, East Washington 100. Those clouds moved in and didn't heat us up. Didn't allow for the sunshine to heat us up as much today as it did yesterday, but still these numbers are well above the average for this time of year. Fort Apache, North Buffalo, West Charleston, West Tropicana, South Durango, Seven Hills, and Red Rock in the 90s right now. Outside the valley, here's what it looks like. Boulder City 98 degrees, Amargosa Valley 99. All right, let's get to the advisories that I want to tell you about, the warnings, the watches, everything. We have an excessive heat warning that lasts until 7 p.m. tonight. then it's over with, and it should be over with because numbers will cool down, temperatures will cool down. A red flag warning until 9 p.m. because it's still warm out there and it's dry, so the potential for fires is very real as we move through the 9 p.m. hour. And we do have a wind advisory that will last until 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Thanks to these winds that will be blowing at about 30, possibly 40 miles per hour. And it will bring in a major change. Temperatures dropping by 20 degrees. Tomorrow, just 85 for the high. On Thursday, mid-70s for a high temperature. And I'm calling the next couple of days stormy because we have wind, we have clouds, we have cooler weather, and the possibility of isolated raindrops. So I think stormy covers all those four words in one.
Well, you should know.
Good choice. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Gina.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, our local community is getting together to help the victims of that devastating cyclone that hit Myanmar nearly 3 weeks ago. Volunteers picked up relief items they collected and got them ready to ship to that part of the world today, the country formerly known as Burma. 2.5 million cyclone survivors are in need of food, water, shelter, and medicine. The ruling military regime has refused to accept a lot of international aid, so the volunteers are sending these relief items to former Burmese residents who are now living in Singapore and Thailand.
They will be given to the expatriates from Burma, and they will be transferring the goods to Burmese monastery in Delta region. So the Buddhist monks will be in charge of distributing the items, not the government.
Myanmar's military government is facing global outrage for refusing to allow international aid workers into the country. The Valley's Burmese community is holding 3 fundraisers this week to raise money to help rebuild that devastated nation. If you'd like to have a look at where those fundraisers will be held, you can go to our website, LasVegasNow.com. Police have captured 2 peacocks running wild in a Henderson neighborhood. We'll bring you the pictures when we come back.
Plus justice for sale? The I-Team is taking a closer look at the price of influence in the Valley's legal system. George Knapp will be here when Eyewitness News at 4 continues.
It's time for the Livin' and Givin' Green Giveaway. Brought to you by Nevada Power, Easy Water, and Channel 8 Eyewitness News. Call right now. The 88th caller gets a green prize pack with a gas card, dinner for 2, oil change, and a bus pass. And qualifies for a shot at a grand prize and $1,000.
Nevada judges get most of their re-election campaign money from lawyers, the same lawyers who practice cases in front of them. When lawyers contribute to a judge's campaign, do they think they're buying something? The I-Team has a secret audio tape which gives us a rare insight into that question. George Knapp is here with the exclusive story.
Paula, the tape was recorded by a doctor who decided to secretly cooperate with the FBI in the ongoing federal probe of an alleged ring of lawyers and physicians suspected of ripping off their injured clients and insurance companies for tens of millions, perhaps hundreds of millions of dollars. After a 4-year FBI investigation, 2 people have been indicted so far, including attorney Noel Gage, whose first trial ended with a hung jury, and alleged middleman Howard Awan. Federal lawmen believe the doctors and lawyers involved in the alleged scheme paid large sums of money to the campaigns of local judges in order to buy influence. One attorney considered a target of the FBI investigation is Robert Vanna, who was subpoenaed by the U.S. attorney. It is Vanna's voice that was recorded on the audio tape. Does he think he's buying influence with the judges who take his campaign money?
If you control whether they get reelected or not, when it comes time for them, if they don't do, I've never gone to them and say, hey, listen, I want to meet you in the back room, and this is the deal, and that doesn't happen. We go to court, we go there honestly, we're there, but they know who we are. But when it comes down to
it, the judges do what Vanna wants. At least that's what Vanna says later in this taped conversation. The tape in question is now in the hands of the FBI and could become a key piece of evidence if other indictments are handed down in the doctor-lawyer probe. Bob Vanna has not been charged with anything at this point. Tonight at 11, our exclusive look at the rest of that recorded conversation, what lawyers really think of the judges who take their campaign cash. It's a good listen.
Oh, I can't wait.
Right.
Thank you, George.
Cancer survivor Lance Armstrong helped the Nevada Cancer Institute raise $200,000 last week. Armstrong was at the Cancer Institute for the 5th annual Live Strong Day. He attended a celebration dinner for about 100 guests at Wolfgang Puck's new restaurant, Cut. Proceeds from that event will go to the Lance Armstrong Foundation, which also provides funds to the Nevada Cancer Institute.
For the 4th straight year, Green Valley High School has been named one of the best high schools in the whole country. Newsweek has released its top 1,300 schools, and Green Valley ranked 743, up almost 50 spots from last year. The schools are ranked by the number of advanced placement, international baccalaureate, and/or Cambridge tests taken by all students, divided by the number of graduating seniors.
Well, some peacocks ran afoul of the law in Henderson today. Take a look at this. The 2 wayward birds were apprehended this morning outside the Vegas.com building on Green Valley Parkway near the 215. Actually, these are peahens, females, which is a good thing. Henderson PD says city code makes it illegal to have any male fowl in Henderson because they are too loud. So when and if the owner comes forward, there probably won't be any fines. Well, if you have a computer, the chances are it's broken down at one time or another. Still ahead in 8 on your side, I'll give you the results of Consumer Reports' latest survey on computer tech support. Now here's Charlotte Evans with a look at what else is ahead on Eyewitness News at 4:30.
Thanks, Gary. Champagne, red wine, and a nasty argument after friends leave the apartment. A local assemblywoman is accused of stabbing her husband in the arm with a steak knife. Also, local AC shops are ready to help you beat the heat. We'll explain things you can do to save time and your money. And we're checking in with a local doctor for more details about Ted Kennedy's diagnosis of a brain tumor.